Good afternoon, everyone. We are going to do another Market Movers here today. It's Tuesday, February 2nd, and Kaldheim is out officially in a few days, so maybe we're going to see some Kaldheim cards on this list, or maybe we're going to see some more reserve list. I think maybe a bit of both. Starting the list off here today with Eye of Singularity from Visions. This is up 54% from $2.56 to $3.95. Now, this is a reserve list card, and so of course, we're going to see some buyouts, and it's a cheap card at that as well. So we have Recycle, another reserve list card. This one is from Tempest. It's a rare from Tempest, so there's less copies out there. This is a 57% increase from $11.70 to $18.40, reaching new all-time highs. We have right here Prismatic Lace from Mirage. This is on our list previously. This is up 57% from $11.50 to $18.10. And one of the main factors for this is not just a reserve list buyout, because it was cheap, because it also goes in a commander deck with Orval, the All form from Kaldheim. This is a new mythic card, and it's not in every commander deck of his, but you will see it in some, and it's at new all-time highs. Life Matrix from Legends. This is another reserve list card. This is up 64% from $52.99 to $87. Now, there's not a lot of near mint copies of Legends cards on the market, and the fact that this is a reserve list card means it's seeing new all-time highs today and spiking very aggressively. We have Armageddon from Revised, and this is one of the most iconic cards in the game, especially in Commander. This is up 70% from $10.87 to $18.49, seeing new all-time highs. Well, it's revised, so it's old, and it's a very heavily played card in Commander, so people are buying it. Chains of Mephistopheles. Wow, that is a hard one to say. I probably still didn't say it correctly. This is up 72% from $14.50 to $2,500, and yes, this is a Legends reserve list card, and that's why you're seeing a very aggressive spike. Sword of Ages from Legends. This is another Legends reserve list card. This is up 93% from $104.50 to $202, but it's still not its all-time high that we saw in 2018 when that was the initial wave of reserve list buyouts. But maybe we'll see another spot on the list tomorrow. Farmstead from Revised, and this is a revised reserve list card, and this is up 167% from $1.68 to $4.49. And Revised, there is a lot of copies out there, but people seem to be buying just the reserve list cards for now. Reflecting Mirror from the Dark. This is not a reserve list card, but it is from an old set, and this is up 197% from 84 cents to 250. So people are just seeing older cards as just highly collectible items, even if they're not reserve lists sometimes. And the Dark, it was printed a lot, but still, if you're going to compare it to Homelands, it's pretty scarce. Yair from Mirage. This is up 251% from $142 to $499, and this is beautiful art, and it's a reserve list card. And if you can find copies out there for closer to $2, I think it might be worth just buying a few copies. It's still one of those cheap reserve list cards that could see more. Energy Storm from Ice Age. This is up 256% from $182 to $649, and this is a reserve list card, and it's seeing new all-time highs, surpassing its 2018 reserve list buyout spike right there on that graph. And right now, would you buy it for $649? I would definitely not be paying that price. I mean, eventually, it could be seeing higher prices in the future, but if you can find it for under $2, I think that's a great deal. Wood Elemental from Legends. And yes, this is on our list previously, and this is a reserve list card. This is up 287% from $62.49 to $242. And it's seeing new all-time highs every day, same as yesterday, and maybe we'll see it again tomorrow. Inner Sanctum from Weatherlight. This is a reserve list card, up 341% from $3.04 to $13.41. And this was a cheap reserve list card previously, but now it's surpassed that $10 threshold, seeing new all-time highs with a very aggressive spike. And we have Leeches from Homelands. This is up 1,133% from $214 to $26.40. But this is a reserve list card. However, there is utility to it. It removes poison counters from target opponent, and it's a sorcery. And we just had a card that plays right into that with Voriklank's Monstrous Raider. So poison counters have always been a big thing in Commander, and it's starting to see some more interest now. And the fact that this card removes poison counters is really, really effective, and it's a reserve list card, so you're going to see a heavy spike there. We have Youthful Valkyrie. It's our top spot from Kaldheim. Thankfully, we're actually getting something from the new set as the #1 spot. That makes me at least a little bit more optimistic. This is up 1,496%, however, from 25 cents to 3.99, so there is definitely some market manipulation there. But it's a 2-mana flyer for 1/3, and whenever an angel enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Youthful Valkyrie. So very useful uncommon that you can see in a lot of angel tribal decks. And I wanted to go over some foil spotlight of some cards that I want to buy and I'm looking at, and they're still fairly affordable. Leshrock's Right from 7th edition. This is a foil that is currently sitting at market average price of $15.89. Now, a lot of 7th edition cards, they're very hard to find good mint condition foil copies available there, and it was the first foil set for Magic the Gathering. And Duress, iconic card from 7th edition, and it's only $29 for its market average price, and I can't believe that. This is an iconic card. If I can find them for around $30 near mint, I'm buying a playset, because this card is used in multiple formats, and it's iconic. First time you've ever gotten Duress in foil form. And we have Soulnet from 7th edition, and this is, believe it or not, only $10 on market average, but I can actually find it for cheaper than that at some local game stores around me. So I'm actually going to purchase a few of these copies because they're hard to find, and 7th edition is the only printing that you can get for foil Soulnets, and it was a card that was in the original Alpha Beta set. So to me, even though it might not be the most useful card, but if you're looking from a pure collectability standpoint, I think that's a great buy. And we're going to look at a loser today as well, and it is going to be a card that we have seen on lists previously in the last few days, and that is going to be Elvish Promenade from Duels of Planeswalkers. This is down 37% from 1689 to 1057, seeing some market pullback, obviously, because it did spike quite aggressively, and people are starting to realize, hey, there's a lot of versions of this card out there. We don't always have to just subscribe to one. So that's why we're seeing a nice pullback here today. And my final thoughts on the market is, still surprised to only see one Kaldheim card on this list here today, although it looks like some of the cards from Kaldheim are having some influence on the market, which is great, because we're seeing cards like Leeches and Prismatic Laces see some price movement due to actually cards in Kaldheim, so that's always nice. So hopefully we're going to see some more Kaldheim cards throughout this week to pull back from some of that reserve list hype buying, because I'm almost getting a little frustrated just talking about reserve lists, because I don't mean to only talk specifically about reserve lists, but it just seems to be that that's all the hype around the market in the last month or so. It's just been reserve list buyouts, and I was hoping for Kaldheim to kind of shift some of that focus away from those cards, because some of the prices are getting astronomically insane. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you tomorrow for another Market Movers. Enjoy your day.